Capricorn, hi. So this is going to be a reading for October 9th through the 15th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Cappy. The overall energy for the reading, the Hangman. Looks like you're kind of in a standby. I feel like when it comes to a particular situation you may be dealing with, it's kind of like you haven't really made up your mind about it. Like, where is it going to go further? Is it going to go further? You know, things like that. I don't know. In the recent past, the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Queen of Cups. I mean, there's love here. There's the sense of a deep connection to someone, but there's also the energy of loss over it. So I'm not sure what to do with this. Carries both. It's kind of like it could go both ways. Okay, did this work out? Is it working out, or is it meant to be doomed? Kind of a thing. I don't know. Anyways, in the current situation, the Tower, the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. With the Three of Pentacles, definitely pointing me towards a partnership of some sort, from friendship to romantic to whatever it is for you there. And we'll clarify. And we'll see a little more. But for now, you're just giving me a sense of partnership, and that things kind of go south, but then they can go up too. So that's how we're starting the week. Really? You're my first reading for the week. This is concerning. Anyways, we'll see what the hell this is. In the immediate future, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Fool. I feel like, okay, so it's kind of shown up in the same way, like, because, you know, why change things? Just change how it shows up, but pretty much the same energy. But it's kind of shown up in the same way. The only difference is this time around, you're showing me a little bit of, you know what, I'm not going to focus much on what takes this down. I'm going to focus on what takes it up, you know? So that's a little bit of a difference there. Or you're going to try at least. All right, let's clarify. Let's see what the hell is going on here. Let me do the Hangman. The Page of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Death card. Hold on, sneeze. That's your reading right there. You know that sensation of a sneeze when it goes up there, and then it drops because it just doesn't want to blow up? Yeah, that's your reading. That's why it came, to remind me of whatever the hell I'm seeing here. So you're definitely in standby because you've got two energies wanting to work at the same time, and they're opposite energies. It's like, well, choose one, you know? So that's why you're kind of in standby, because one has to give. Like, I don't know which one. You're showing me, I want to make something work. I want to invest in it. I want to put the effort into this so that it works out, and then bam. But then it doesn't, you know? Like, we're cutting it off. It actually doesn't work. So I'm not sure exactly what the hell you're dealing with here. If it's your own fear that makes it not work, or, you know, eventually makes it not work, or if it just carries that, you know how you begin something and you know from the get-go it's not going to go anywhere, or it's not going to last long, or and that's not even fear necessarily. You just know, you know, there's that inner feeling about it. Like, this is, you know, this is here for now. I dislike, I don't know if you noticed, but I dislike readings that kind of show me the same thing over and over and over again. And this is one of those. Eventually, I get why they're showing me the same thing. Or at least, you know, a little bit of underlayer kinds of energies that we might get from it. But there's definitely a theme here. Let me do the Five of Pentacles in the recent past. The Nine of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. Let me do the Hierophant. The Nine of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Justice card. Let me do the Queen of Cups. The Five of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess. I think I've seen you in this energy for quite a while. Of you kind of focusing on yourself, on building something for yourself, and then something else is pulling at you, and then kind of finding all sorts of energies to throw on whatever is pulling at you, so that it doesn't feel like it's pulling at you too hard because you're busy. You're showing me a soul connection here. Looks good. Everything looks good. Like by the book, good. Everything's fine. Happiness, soul connection, nurturing, perfect. It has the energy of loss over it. And then you're showing me a pretty deep, intense kind of, you know, like that looks good. This looks like that. 10 times more fireworks to it in terms of intensity and depth and, you know. Nothing wrong with either one of them, just how you're experiencing them. Whereas for this one that does look good, you could look at a little boring, like there's nothing exciting going on much. Like, yeah, everything's fine, but that's it. It's just constantly fine. Which is like, okay, and you know, what else do you want, kind of a thing. But then you're giving me the alternative of a little more fiery, a little more deep, a little more intense. But that comes with a lot of pain and a lot of crap you have to go through. You do come out balanced after you put up with whatever that intensity brings. But so I'm kind of in this place of trying to figure out, is that sense of good not good enough because you want it a little more fiery, but then when it gets too fiery, it's kind of like, are you trying to find something in the middle there? Because I already feel like you're dealing with something here, but because it's kind of hard to pinpoint you at this point, like, what do you want? What exactly do you want out of the two very different energies that you're pointing me out to here? It almost feels like you want to combine them, you know, and you haven't found that place of middle ground for the two energies. And whatever you're dealing with, if they happen to fall on the more milder kind of an energy of, oh, everything's fine, you kind of try to push them into the more intense one, or if they're too intense, you may try to push them into the more milder one. So either way, you could be possibly trying to mold a situation so that, you know, you find that middle ground for you that works for you, which ultimately would be, are you trying to control something here, to shape something up in what you feel like you need? Or because it's very difficult. This reading is turning out to be very difficult in terms of what the hell do you want? You know, we're okay. That happened in the past. Let's see what's going on here in the current situation. Let me do the Tower. The Two of Cups, the Emperor, the Two of Wands. Let me do the Three of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups, the Hangman, the Nine of Wands. And let me do the Ace of Pentacles. Cappy. What am I going to do with you? Page of Wands, Seven of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Okay. Things are becoming boring, basically, you know, to you. It's like, yeah, it's boring. It's not, you know, so obviously whatever it is you're dealing with is falling into that place of monotony of, you know, everything's fine, yeah, but that's it. It's just me. Which makes it look boring. It's like, the thing about it is it's not boring. It is what it is. You either take it for what it is, or again, if you're coming from the perspective of trying to shape it into, I wish we had a little more spark or a little more intensity, or that's you. That's a you thing, you know? This situation is looking quite good, quite deep, if you perceive it for what it is. If you perceive it from the place of, I'm trying to change you into something that I feel is deep or intense, or then yeah, it's gonna get boring. It's gonna get like, same old thing. Different day, same story, different day, whatever, blah, blah. It looks like you're getting ready almost to bail on this thing. You're not. You're sticking with, okay, I'll stay, but it's boring. You have big expectations here over a particular situation. Instead of looking at it for what it is, you're expecting it to be more explosive, more deep, more this, that, and more something other than it's not. Because you're not even allowing it to be what it is. You're not even seeing it for what it is to know what it can be, basically, or where it can reach on its own, without your interference of, my perception says maybe you can go, you know, a little more sparkle on that side, a little more firework on the other side, a little, I kind of get the sense that through all of this, you kind of got lost a little bit in what it is that you desire from a partner, a commitment, whatever it is that this is to you, you know? I kind of get the sense that you got a little lost. I feel like you've dealt with intense situations, fiery, sparkly, whatever the casey, and with, you know, smooth, boring situations too. And you get to this place where you're like, well, I kind of want a combo of all of that. Yeah. Instead of just allowing for something to be what it is, because it's going to show you what it is, but you're not even allowing it. Let me do the 5 of Cups. Squirrel. My God, you're fighting with that bone. For the 5 of Cups in the immediate future, you get the 7 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, the Strength card. Good. You're starting to work on whatever it is that's creating this, because ultimately it's past experiences that get piled up, and it's kind of getting you to the place of you don't even know what you want anymore. And it's like, when you realize you're in this place, you kind of realize, okay, I think I got to go back in my past experience and start cleaning up in there. So I think there's some healing to be done there, and that's what's happening here. So it's starting to look a little better on your side. It's a you thing. You know, it's not the person who you're dealing with. It's not the connections that you've experienced in the past. It's your perception over all of that. Where if you were to allow it to be what it is, you could see it for what it is, and then you could determine, is this something that's good for me or not? Pretty easy. But not, is this something that I could shape up into something? Then you get to the controlling part. For the 9 of Wands in the immediate future, you get the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. There's a little bit of back and forth here in regards to what it is that you want. You're starting to get very close to figuring out the truth of what you want, what you desire. And there's a little bit of kind of a trial and error kind of a situation where it's like you may be trying something to see if it's good for you, and then it's like, oh, it's not good. And that's not necessarily in regards to romantic relationships, or, you know, it could be even with people, friends, good friends that you've had for who knows how long. And just possibly even trying, just allowing for that relationship, that dynamic to unfold in the way that it is, without judging it of, they didn't call me for 2 months. What the fuck? They didn't call me for 2 months. Okay. Do I feel the need to call them? I think so. I kind of miss them. Okay, let me call. You know? Very different. So it's almost feeling like, yeah, you're, there's a lot of back and forth until you figure out what you desire for yourself and what works for you. Let's do the Fool. In the immediate future, the World card, the Eight of Swords, the King of Pentacles. You seem to be kind of like, you know, ultimately you get to the point of, you know what, this is too hard. I don't want any relationships. I don't want love. I don't want this. I don't want that. Fuck it all. I'll just focus on work. I'm good there. And it's just part of your healing. I mean, there had to be this point of, okay, this is getting difficult, so let me bail on it. So you're getting to that point. I don't see you bailing. I could see you bailing for a split second, but I see you coming back to it. Because if you do that, if you give up on your own healing in the middle of all of this and you get out more confused than you got in, I don't see you getting to that point and just kind of dropping everything. I see you coming back around at it. You may have your little tantrums there of, fuck this, but no. Four of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, basically you're on kind of this path of figuring you out. Because you have multiple layers to yourself, of course. There's the you in relationships with friends. There's the you in relationships with family. There's the you in relationship, you know, romantic. There's all sorts of layers. In the romantic aspect, I think this is what this is about. You're trying to create a blend from previous experiences instead of just kind of taking the person for who they are. Allowing them to be who they are so that you see what you have to deal with, you know? Because instead you're like, I kind of like what happened in that relationship there and with that relationship and with that. Just blend them all together. We'll make the perfect partner. So let's make them do that so that they satisfy me out. Yeah, no. So a lot of figuring out here for you. It's a slow process by the looks of it. And it's going to be slow, especially if you kind of bail right in the middle of it, being like, I'm not doing this. Fuck this. I'd rather focus on work or whatever, which is a distraction from what I'm doing, but you know. So anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.